our backyard. That was for you, the city said. It's kind of cold out this morning. I guess it's afternoon. I thought it would be more frozen than it is because it says it's 12, feels like 12 degrees outside. I'm like, well, I'll just be able to skip the real muddy parts and go about my business. But I miscalculated. Now my feet are cold. I'm trying to get the cows to come in here. They're not coming. It's only been about 2 minutes though, so I'm tempted to just leave the gate open and see if they come in. My dad put 3 hay bales out yesterday in this front lot when he fed out in the field. So all I really have to do is open the gate. I really thought that heifer would come in. She was following me around the barnyard up there, going in and out of the barn, but she hasn't come in yet. Come 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 here. Well, I rolled my pants down. I rolled my pants down a little bit, for they stay out of the mud at least. My shoes just not helpful anyway. So, do we think I can get from here to there by jumping? Too bad I don't have a cameraman here to film me, because it'd probably be pretty funny. Here goes nothing. Oh. I didn't quite make it. Come on! Cinnamon! Come on, Cinnamon! 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 There they all are. They all made it in. Sweet potatoes. You just take a little bit of that mixture, the sausage, onions, and spinach, and put it on top of your sweet potato. So I'll link the recipe down in the description when I upload this video, so you can go look at the recipe.
Hi there, Jasmine.
So Nathan and I started this kit the end of December. I don't know the exact date. I don't remember. But it was the end of December. Today is January 15th. There's been a few channels doing mushrooms lately. I've been watching McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. Is that what
I think so.
But she started some mushrooms. Now she had like 8 bags, and they were probably better mushrooms than these are, because this was just a free kit that we had got from Thrive a while ago. But we're going to Thrive Market. We're going to try growing some mushrooms here. I don't know, I'm not sure it's any good or not, but we'll try this and we'll soak it overnight and see if, and then tomorrow we'll start it and we'll see if it grows. I really don't know if it'll grow or not, but we'll try it. So there'll be an update on that in a couple of days. So this kit is supposed to take 11 to 12 days. It's a little slower, but it's cold. We keep our house really cold. Not freezing, obviously, but it's like 62 or 65, just depending on the time of day it is. So it's not surprising it's took a little bit longer, but we have mushrooms. I'm really excited to have these fresh mushrooms, and I'm going to use them right away. I'm going to put them in some chili. I could give you the recipe, but then my award-winning chili wouldn't be a secret. I don't know the exact measurements and stuff I put in there. Anyway, so I'm just gonna add these to my chili tonight. Wash them and add them. I wish they were a little bit bigger, but they're starting to shrivel up. So I think it's time to harvest them. Now, I should have looked that up before I started recording on how to harvest oyster mushrooms, because from watching some videos, especially McCoy's Oak Hill Farm, her mushroom updates, she said that different mushrooms, you harvest them different ways. Some of them like to be cut off, and some of them you can just, gently tear them off or separate them with your hand. So I will look that up and I'll be right back. What I just looked at said it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to try just gently twisting them, just see what happens, because I'm curious. Now, if I need to, I will get a knife out to harvest them. That's super weird. So that's what the mushroom kit looks like. Now it's been growing for probably about 20 days, or between 15 and 20 days at this point. But just separate them off like that. Now I can weigh these here in just a minute. But these are the first mushrooms that I've ever grown in my house. I've seen mushrooms grow in the woods, but I never know whether they're safe to eat or not, so I haven't picked any. I should really look into that, because free mushrooms. Be right back again. Okay, I got the scale on grams. I can change it to pounds here in just a minute, but it's not even close to a pound, I don't think. So it's 98 grams. It's 3.5 ounces. Oh, okay, well here it says 3.46 ounces. This isn't really a big harvest, but it tastes pretty good in my chili. So I'm going to wash these up, and then I'll show adding them to my chili, which I'm still not giving you the recipe for. So I'm not sure what I'm doing here with these mushrooms, because I've never had mushrooms like this. The ones that I've always had either came in a can or were fresh and already, like the little button mushrooms. But I'm just going to try separating them like this. I really don't know what I'm doing. I probably really should have looked up recipes before I got into this, but now it's 1:20 in the morning and I'm still messing with mushrooms. As you can probably tell, FK1 is in the background. We tried going to bed earlier, but we're not sleeping very well tonight, so we got up and we're trying to get some work done. I really don't know. I think I probably should have harvested these before, because that's starting to dry up on the edges, but for a first time mushroom growing experience, I'm going to just count that as okay. So I'm just going to come up to something that I'd be comfortable with eating, because this chili is, going to require no further processing, like at the blender or something. So I'm just going to chop them up and put them in there. So the other night I had recorded when I was out with the cows, and the first part of it recorded, but the second half did not, where I was talking about what was for supper, and I hadn't realized it wasn't recording at first. So then I came in and I had shown what we were having for supper, because I had just talked about it, but I hadn't talked about it. So I will insert that clip probably here about the stuffed sweet potatoes that I made. Now, that's one of Nathan and my, one of our favorite recipes. we think it's really good, and I think if you give it a try, you might like it. Now, I'm not going to guarantee it, but we think it's delicious. So, I will think, I don't know if I don't remember if I said in the clip that I have still, if I would include the recipe in the description. But I'll make sure to include the recipe for that in the description. And it's from Wellness Mama. It's in one of her cookbooks, but it's also on her website. So I'll put a link in the description to that. And I really do encourage you to try it because it's a different recipe and we think it's delicious. And here's the last of them. Really didn't seem to be too many mushrooms when I was cutting them up here. I think it'll be enough for this chili recipe. I don't always add mushrooms, but if I have them on hand, I'll add them. Or if I know I'm planning on cooking chili that week, I'll try to buy some. But usually chili is kind of I don't have anything else planned for supper, so let's have some chili. But this chili is for, I don't even think I'm going to have it tomorrow. I want to let it just slow cook till, today's Wednesday, or technically Thursday. So I'm going to let this soak, at least slow cook all day. Maybe it will be for supper tonight. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But there's some chili. Now this has a couple of different things that we grew. So I'm excited to try this. The hamburger is from our cows, or one of our cows, and then the mushrooms that I just put in. But I also added a secret ingredient. Don't tell anybody. When we made the hot sauce, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago, and the time before that also, but I saved the brine that we didn't add into the hot sauce when we blended it in jars, and I added some of that instead of chili powder because chili powder doesn't always agree with everyone's stomach, so I added that instead to give it the kick of heat. Now I have probably already ruined the probiotic properties of that ferment because I added it to heat. So if I were wanting to keep it those properties, I would have had to wait until the end, but I wanted to add it just for it was done. So that's what my chili looks like as of right now.